Hi, it's Kaz Pollard here, and this is our weekly chat. And this week I want to talk about something that I'm learning, so maybe that you can probably put it into your life, or it might inspire you a little bit. So I'm going to talk about letting things get on your shoulders, like you're carrying the world on your shoulders a little bit. Maybe you're juggling too many plates, you're getting tired and a bit overwhelmed, or there's a goal that you want and you're not sure how to get there and it's kind of starting to stress you out, or there's something that needs to be done and you're worrying about it, you're worrying about the outcome of it. So this is about life being light as a feather. Because how many years have you got? You might have 40 years or 30 years. Do you want to spend it every day stressing about something that you're going to forget about in 5 years' time, or probably you can't tell me what you were stressing about this time last year on this day, can you? We forget. Obviously it's not that important and it's worked itself out. So why are we torturing ourselves worrying about this stuff instead of going, oh yeah, it'll work itself out. I'll take the steps in front of me that aren't shown and I'll do what I can, but why am I worrying about this outcome? And a lot of the time, like when we do have a horrible outcome, it leads to something always better, doesn't it? It's either growth and learning, and when you have growth and learning, you make better choices and better things start happening. So you're always going, even though you felt like you've gone down this big snake slide, there's a ladder always at the bottom of that snake that takes you up higher. Like that's snakes and ladders. How you come down, but the ladder always goes higher than the snake. So I'm getting off track there. But what I'm meant to be talking about is kind of like life works itself out. So we don't need to be doing all this worrying about, stressing about it. And being light as a feather is reminding you that all we have to do is just do the little steps in front of us. We don't have to worry about it, and worrying actually makes it worse. It's kind of like the cows. I want to make sure that they're healthy and fed and they're happy. So, but I don't actually control, and I think it's my job, but my job is to shift and make sure that they're kind of got the medicine and they're kind of looked after. But life does the grass, life does the inner workings of a cow, life does the water, the sun that comes up every day, and the moon, and it does everything possible to make sure those cows grow and they're healthy and happy. So I only do tiny fraction, and life does the rest. And I don't worry about my tiny fraction, and I have no control over the rest. So you kind of get that. And when you've got a dream, life helps you fulfill things. And it helps you fulfill things you have to learn. So just kind of like remember to get off that mouse wheel of worrying about stuff. So light as a feather represents that even though I might have lots of plates to juggle and things that I don't have a clue how I'm going to figure them out or how they're going to eventuate, they just do. They do. I like all my life that has happened, like when I was a kid, living in Auckland, I used to dream about being a farmer, and like I was a dropout single mother solo back then, which was a bit more unusual, and life just happened to make that possible. It wasn't in my big plans. I had no plans, but I just got the opportunities when they came to me. I suppose your sixth sense kicks in. So, and that will happen, and we have this doubter all the time, don't we, in our lives. It's just sit there, and we just got to remember to shut it up, and when we're tired, to slow down and shut off, rest up, and then start treating everything a lot lighter, and so we're back into the flow of things again. So yeah, treat life more like a feather, because why would you want to spend the next 40 years worrying when you didn't have to?